What's up, y'all? Advance here. So, Deion Sanders is trending yet again, or he was trending last week, for a controversial statement that he said that got a lot of people triggered or up in arms. So, the statement in question, which when I saw it, I said, all right, that seemed a bit ridiculous, but let's see. So the title on a lot of these videos that I've been seeing, or one of the articles that I saw said, Deion Sanders only picks players from dual parent households. And when I saw that, I said, okay, that doesn't sound right, because there's a lot of guys that's trying to play football, because they lived in single parent households and they want to do right by their mother. So I said, hold on, let me look this up and find out exactly what he said. And there was a lot of people that was mad about it, because they're like, all right, so once again, you get the whole single mother versus dual parent versus I'm the mother that's also the father type argument, and it's stupid. But in any case, moving forward. So I went looking for this clip, and it took me a good amount of time to find it. Now, I found plenty of other YouTubers that covered the clip, but I don't believe in using other people's content. And I had a whole nother video recorded that actually had the clip included, but it ain't work out. So listen, all right. So basically, after about maybe 20 minutes to an hour, somewhere within that range, I lost track of time. I found the clip, and the clip said as follows. He said when he broke down how he picks his players. He said, listen, so in my he's like, well, for quarterbacks, I typically that's important. Typically means I prefer this, but there are exceptions, right? So he said, typically I want my quarterbacks to be from dual parent households. I want them to be a 3.5 GPA and up. And I want them to, because I need them to be smart, and I need them to be able to make smart decisions. Because if you're a quarterback, you are the leader of the team, and you need to be able to make smart decisions, and you need to have that family structure and that maturity to say to be coached and say, all right, listen, because when you're the quarterback, there's a lot of shit that you got to know. So, for instance, Patrick Mahomes has mastered the no-look pass, right? They remember that was his first full year as a starter. That's what they highlighted him for. That means he studied the playbook. He knows the playbook down to such intricate detail that he can call a play, and he knows where everybody is on the field at the exact time where he releases the ball. So he can look over here and throw it in the opposite direction and not even look and hit his target. He demonstrated it live for a news crew. But yeah, so the quarterback is responsible for knowing everybody's assignment, down to the footstep, down to the number of steps that each player has to take. So that's you gotta be smart. You gotta have the brain power to be able to process all of that. Because shit, even when I played football in high school, there's been times where they ran a play or they called a play, and I was like, fuck, I don't know what I do on this. It's like I knew it was run play, pass play. And so I was like, all right, So I had to tap my buddy and be like, hey man, what am I doing? They're like, Vance, you pulling on this one. Oh, that's right. All right, cool. And that's all I needed to know. Like, so once so the quarterback has to be able to know, because sometimes it's so much shit that that somebody's gonna forget. But when they so they have to be able to know that. And as far as like them being able to make smart decisions, you want that as well. Think about it like this: as a coach, you don't want to get that call in the morning saying that your quarterback done did some dumb shit and you need to make a we gotta apply some disciplinary action. Like, you don't want your quarterback in Sizzler stealing fucking crab legs. Like, and you brought the city a national championship. Like, come on now. Like, so there's that. Then there's you don't want your teams ended up in gang activity. Like these, I think it was in Tennessee. These kids robbed a convenience store, and and the coach ended up putting them off the team. But the convenience store owner didn't want to press charges because he didn't because he wanted the Tennessee to win that weekend. Or it might not have been Tennessee. It might have been somebody else. But oh man. But yeah, you don't want your players doing dumb shit like that. All right. So he said quarterbacks need to be from dual parent households for the structure, 3.5 GPA and up for leadership. All of this is rolled into leadership. He wants his offensive linemen. Offensive linemen should be from dual parent households as well, because that way they understand the structure of or the function of family and cooperation, which is also true. It's like if y'all seen the movie 300, where the Spartans had the shield wall called the phalanx. So the phalanx is designed to protect every Spartan to the right of you. Or is it to the right or to the left? But so it's to the right, because if you got the shield on this, you're folding it this way. So basically, you're not even really shielding yourself. You're shielding your partner. You're shielding your line mate or whatever that's to the side of you. And then the person next on the other side of you is covering you. So it's to the point where it's like if it's one bad link, the whole line falls apart. So that is important. Yeah, the offensive lineman having structure and cooperation. That's true as well. Then we have they said it's got to be from dual parent households. They got to be like, I think he said 3-3 and up, because just like I said a minute ago, because offensive linemen got to know the playbook too. Because like if they call a trick play and you got a tackle that's a tackle eligible that's going out for a pass, you gotta know that. You gotta know which direction you're gonna pull. You gotta know your evens and your even and your odd gaps. So there's that. So 3-3 and above. So you got it. So the offensive lineman still gotta have that. Gotta have that kind of that context. They gotta have that intelligence, right? And here is the context of the argument. Defensive lineman. He said, Deion was joking when he said this, but there's a lot of truth in jokes. So he said, defensive lineman, I want them from the hood. I want them from the trailer park. Hey, I want them from single parent homes. I want them to, because they hungry. They trying to get it out. They trying to get it. They trying to save mama. So I need them to be able to rip somebody's head off or something along those lines. But, and then turns out so children that come from single parent households typically end up being more aggressive, because it's a tougher upbringing. Everybody out here talking about this whole, talking about the tough mama shit. Yeah, that is true. The mother would have to work twice as hard to make sure that the kids is all right, especially if we're men. Because then there's another element that's added on top of that. Because nobody can teach a man how to be a man but another man. You can do your best, and that's no slight to any parent, because I know that there are extenuating circumstances. But yeah, but it is what it is. So what Deion said necessarily wasn't wrong. He just said he typically picks certain players for certain positions, or certain types of players for certain positions. And how he broke it down was smart. These are people, the people that got triggered by it probably didn't even see the interview, but they just read the title of an article that somebody put on there just for clickbait. So yeah, like, it's ridiculous. And the sad thing is that y'all know it's true. So, like I said, he wants to. So he typically wants to. These are typically the players that he picks. Quarterback, 3.5 GPA and up, dual parent household. Offensive lineman, 3.3 GPA and up, dual parent household. And one of the main reasons why he said that is because he's like, all right, if you can be if I coach you, because you got to be hard on offensive players, because like I said, it takes a fair bit of intelligence, more than a fair bit of intelligence, to actually digest the playbook. So they're like, yeah, if I coach you hard, or if you mess up and I come down on you, are you gonna buckle? Are you gonna get emotional? Are you gonna go and stomp off and are you gonna stomp off? Are you gonna quit the team? Or are you unstable or what? So yeah, so that was what everybody kind of zeroed in on and focused on. But no, he said he picks players from single parent households. They just have a specific skill set. I grew up in a single parent household, and I played offensive line in high school. Now, the nuances that I had male role models around me, so I had that wealth of knowledge of how to operate, from other people, there's that. But long story short, don't stop being sensitive. Don't listen to fucking Jason Whitlock, because Jason Whitlock jumped on that, and in this instance he wasn't entirely wrong, but he has a habit of cutting his wrist open and bleeding all over the internet, and airing out his trauma. So don't listen to Jason Whitlock, because he's staunchly on that side. And not to say that people from single parent households aren't leaders or can't be leaders, because you never know. Like, these are people go to the military and get straightened up, so yeah. But in any case, those are my thoughts. What did you think about what Deion said? Did you think he was right, wrong? You thought he was being funny? Do you think there's a lot of truth in jokes? I personally didn't have a problem with what Deion said. So, probably because I lived it. But, in any case, post your comments down below. We're going to chop it up. My name's Advance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe on everything. I'm out.